to the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
Our weekend is finally here, and we're spending it in Grapevine, Texas, where we found a fantastic campground right on Grapevine Lake. It's close to the marina and just 1.7 miles from one of the best pie shops Michelle has ever discovered, nestled along Grapevine's historic Main Street.
Oh, this is a little grocery area. Yeah, we'll have to go in there too.
That down there is amazing. What are you guys known for, as far as if you could?
Pies.
Very good. Very, very good.
It has bananas in. I forgot also. Peanut butter, bananas,
And it's
peanuts.
not like overly rich or anything. It's pretty. She was correct. It's pretty light because the peanut butter's whipped. So
Chocolate bar.
good chocolate cream too.
Historic Main Street in Grapevine, Texas began as a small settlement in the mid-19th century. Originally established in 1844 as a frontier town near the Grapevine Prairie, the area was named for the wild Mustang grapes that grew in the region. The arrival of the railroad in the late 1800s transformed Grapevine into a bustling trade and agricultural center, making Main Street the heart of local commerce and community life. Over the years, as businesses and homes were built, the area retained its charming 19th century architecture and evolved into a cultural and economic hub. Through community efforts to preserve its historical significance, Main Street Grapevine is now a thriving destination, blending historic charm with modern attractions, boutique shopping, unique dining, and annual festivals that celebrate Texas heritage.
This is a very nice campground.
Very nice. This is better than some KOAs.
The views anyway. I guess we got the same hotel room with us.
Yeah. Kind of bebop around
Yeah.
a few different sites, which is how they were able to do our reservation. But
Because we're going to be here a little while. How many nights are we in this site?
about 5 days, 5 nights.
5 days. And then we go to this site over here where the Jeep is.
Then we go down there one night.
Oh, that's right. Down
Then we
there
go
where
to
that
that
Sandpiper fifth wheel is, down by the water. And then we go over here. And then I think we come back here.
Yeah.
And then I think we go somewhere else. No, we're here for quite a while.
Wait, what?
Michelle's down here enjoying the lake. The nice thing about having this Class B van when we go to campgrounds like this, which we don't do this very often, staying in one place for a while. We're usually, as you know, traveling quite a bit. This place was full, but they have little openings here and there. So a lot of people don't like to move very much, but we're able to because it's so simple. We have quick connects on our water line, and so it's really fast and simple. Plus, as you know, in the evenings after we're done working or whatever, we're usually disconnecting and going somewhere anyway. So we're able to switch spots. Like we were in one site for like 2 days, then we had to come here for 2 nights, and now we're getting ready to move up here to this site where this guy is cleaning. We noticed after each person leaves their site, they go and they hose the site off and everything, and then it's time for us to move to that site. So that's what we're gonna do. We're getting ready to move and go up there to that site, and I don't know if we'll stay very long because we're actually getting ready to leave this campground as well. we'll show you a little bit of this campground today. We're going to also get the Service A done on the van here, coming up here on Monday. We've been having a heck of a time getting scheduled in for an appointment long enough where we're staying long enough to get it scheduled. And now that we're here in the Dallas area, I just got it scheduled this morning. So we'll get that done. We've never put on as many miles on these vans as we have this time. We're now just over 20,000 miles on it, and Service A on these Sprinters is due on this Sprinter with the diesel at the 20,000 mark, 20,000 miles. So we'll get that done on Monday, and they said it will only take about 2 hours. So that'll be our first experience, and a little more difficult for us because we can't just drop it off and go somewhere. This is our house. Everything's here. So we're just going to work there at the place, at the dealership, and while they're getting that done, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if they'll let us film any of it or not. Probably not, but we'll see. But Michelle's enjoying the view over here. You ready to go, sweets? It's around Halloween time. We got some neighbors here that just pulled in last night, and they decorated their whole site up with a bunch of Halloween stuff. It's kind of cool. They were playing some Halloween music last night.
Dodge the goose poop.
You have to dodge the goose poop? Yeah, there's a lot of Canadian geese here. This was full of Canadian geese when we pulled in a couple days ago. Do a little drive around this the park too, to kind of show you what it looks like.
I really like the park. In their booklet that they give you when you check in, they do offer kayak rentals, paddleboard, and golf cart rentals.
The bathrooms are very similar to a lot of the state parks that you may have been to. One shower facilities, you push the button and it's on a timer, whereas the restroom and shower facilities by the store, those showers are not on a timer, but they are very similar in what they look like inside, and they just have a shower curtain, no shower door.
Yeah, but they're clean.
They're clean.
They keep them clean. Yeah. They're just not like on a high-end scale, I guess you would say. But like I said, they keep them clean and everything.
So that's kind of part of the problem when they've got a lot of people, scheduled to check in. Some sites are small, some are big. Some people can't fit on some of those sites. Like we were in this one over here, the other day, and it's smaller than this. And some, bigger rigs can't fit over there, but we could. And it actually had the pedestal, as you can see, that's down, not on your site like this one. So you have to have a longer cord or an extension if your cord doesn't reach. Whereas this site, the pedestal's right here. You can either run the cord underneath or you can turn around and come the other way, because this is not a one-way street.
So these sites up here, they have their own little private picnic table with a little shelter roof thing on it.
And a grill. If we pull in this way, we're probably going to have to use our awning on we've been having some 90-degree weather lately.
We really need to use it more. I don't know why we don't.
Because we're rushing so much. Where is the awning? Been so long since we
On
used.
the main page.
Here we go. Extend. Uh-oh. It's not coming out. Since the awning's not moving at all, you don't hear it doing anything at all. That's probably a fuse. So let me turn the lights on back here. So, fuse box for stuff like that is back here. Yeah, I betcha that's the one. So on this fuse box, as you can see that red light, that means there's a fuse out right there. So it means there's a broken circuit, which is nice. You don't have to pull the fuse out just to be able to tell. So that is the awning fuse. I need my fuse puller. Yeah, here, I'll grab my needle nose. Needle nose is real narrow.
These?
Yeah, just set them up right here and I'll grab them. Thank you, sweets. Always keep fuses with you because you never know. If you don't have a fuse puller, your needle nose pliers, they work just as good. But sometimes putting the fuse back in is easier with your fingers. Alright, now the question is, what made that fuse go out? Excuse me, sweets. Well, it's hard to say. It could be a wire exposed with hard rain or something that shorted it out, or could have been when we were washing. It shouldn't be any exposed wires, but that is odd. Try this again. Go to the home screen, and at the bottom, extend and retract. It's working.
Yay, we got an awning again.
Here, I'll let you extend it the rest of the way. Caught on camera. There will be no editing.
I haven't even been drinking.
Sorry, sweetie, I can't edit that.
Yeah.
It's uneditable. All right. When you have the door open, it does clear the door, just in case anybody is wondering that has one of these. Right. The joys of living in a van. You go first. No, you go first. Hey, you're in my way. No, you're in my way. The more, I would say the more that we have lived in here, we kind of have a system going. It's not very often that we're actually trying to pass by each other because, well, during the week, when she's at her workstation, I'm at mine. I don't need to really get past her, and she doesn't need to get past me. We're at two separate ends. It would be me more so if I needed something out of the very back cabinet, which doesn't happen very often. Otherwise, we have a clear path to go to and from, the kitchen, restroom. It's other times that every once in a while, like, oh, I need up there, when we're both up and walking around. I remember years ago when we used to have a boat in Iowa, it seemed like your season was like done and over with so quick. It seemed like you only had 3 months to enjoy a boat, but at least here in Texas, you've got a little bit longer a time period to enjoy your boat.
Oh, look at all the little ducks.
Well, we're going to be in this area for a little while. I've got quite a few cousins that lives in this area, and we have a few friends that live in this area, some old, some new. And so we've got quite a few people to see, as many as we can. And then Monday, we're going to go have that Service A done on this. Those of you that's not familiar with what Service A is, that is what the very first service is called with a Mercedes Sprinter van, these diesels. And that's at 20,000 miles, which sounds like a lot, but apparently they can go 20,000 before their first oil change. But with the Service A, they do more than the oil change. So we'll see how that goes. Guess we'll see you on Monday? Unless we think of something else.
Let's not forget to drop the trash off. Where to? We better get going. It's only about like 2.2 miles up the road to this Mercedes-Benz place, so it's not far at all. Alright, well this is our first time getting this Service A done, the Mercedes-Benz of Grapevine. It's at 1300 Texan Trail in Grapevine, Texas. They charged, with tax and everything, $342.87. And basically the Service A is just, they check all the fluids and everything. It's kind of just like a regular service, really. I guess it's the Service B that is a little bit more expensive than the Service A. But we had 3/4 a tank of DEF in here, and they just topped it off, it looks like. But they charged $29.68 for that little bit of DEF. But the Service A, from what we heard, is cheaper than some parts of the country that what they charge at Mercedes for Service A. So I guess that's not terribly bad. I think it's high anyway, but especially for an oil change. This is an expensive oil that this uses, though.
A certain kind of a synthetic kind.
They're like, I believe, about $9 a quart, $5.75 of windshield cleaning agent. Just go to Walmart. Thank you very much. Yeah, and it does look like they use the blue, add blue.
DEF.
For the DEF, yeah. That is probably the downside of having something like this when you're not pulling a car or anything like that. You're completely out if you have to take this in anywhere. I mean, for something like this, we just stay in the waiting room and wait for it. But if they have to have it for a few days or something, then you're gonna have to get a hotel room or get a rental car or something like that. Knock on wood that we've never had to do that. But, I remember when we had our Class A, we had the car, but still everything in our home was in there. So we took a lot of stuff with us when we stayed in a cabin. We stayed at a Thousand Trails cabin back then. And there's still a lot of stuff in your home that you want to take with you. But a lot of times these dealerships or something like this, Mercedes, I don't know if they do, but I know Ford and a lot of others have rental cars that they will, lease you while they have your vehicle. And sometimes some places will lend you their car for free while they have it. As I remember, that's happened to me in the past with a car. But that's it. We're going to head back to the campground and finish our day. So it's time to call it a day.
Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Call it a day.
forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.